Life moves fast, and so should the answers to your biggest questions. Welcome to Endo Batteries Quick Connect, your direct line to expert insights. Short, powerful, and right to the point. You send in the questions, I bring in the experts, and in just 5 minutes, you get the knowledge you need. No long episodes, no extra time needed. And just remember, expert opinions shared here are for general information and not for personalized medical advice. Always consult your provider for your case-specific guidance. Got a question? Send it in, and let's quickly get you the answers. I'm your host, Alana, and it's time to connect. I'm joined at the table today by Dr. Naomi Whittaker, who is the founder of RRM Academy and is an OBGYN fertility surgeon focused on women's restorative reproductive medicine, compassionate healthcare, and education. Dr. Whittaker is a board-certified OBGYN and a fellowship-trained surgeon who specializes in the Creighton Model Fertility Care System and NAPRO technology, which works cooperatively with women's body to treat the underlying cause of gynecologic issues and infertility, such as endometriosis and PCOS. Dr. Whittaker helps women improve their gynecologic health and avoid or achieve pregnancy in accordance with their natural fertility using the latest research, medicine, and surgery. Let's get into this. Are you able to speak on the success rate for those patients that maybe have adenomyosis? Because this is a big one for us in the endometriosis community, as far as a lot of us that are struggling with fertility not only have endometriosis, but have adenomyosis as well. Is that something that you kind of deal with on a daily basis as part of helping those achieve success in fertility?
Absolutely. So I had to really do my own research on adenomyosis because there's really not good information out there. So there's technically two different types of adenomyosis. There's diffuse and there's focal.
Right.
So diffuse is more common in women who have had children and does not cause infertility, but can cause the symptoms like fullness, heavy bleeding. But the good thing is that shouldn't really affect fertility. It's very often visualized on ultrasound. In an article that I read, analyzing many, many studies and summarizing the findings, it compared it to the boy who cried wolf. So adenomyosis is overcalled on ultrasound because obviously we know endometriosis is missed more often than not by ultrasound and MRI, but they might see some junctional changes or whatever, the ultrasound findings, or an enlarged uterus. So, it must be that, right? Just because you find it doesn't mean it's clinically significant. And now that our ultrasound technology is more clear than it used to be, we're finding it more, and now we're overcalling it based on what I've been able to find. And what I see clinically, I see it frequently, and I don't see other signs of issues if it's just that, for example.
Right.
And I don't consider that in my, other than management of symptoms, I don't consider that as a barrier to conceiving.
Okay.
Now it's very different. Someone messaged me today, they have a 7-centimeter adenomyoma. Now that's very different. That's evidence of focal adenomyosis. So a big nodule or area of endometriosis growing into the muscle of the uterus. And so those do cause infertility, but the good thing is those are resectable. You just treat it very similarly to endometriosis.
And does
now,
that...
it's definitely trickier surgically, but...
And from my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but doing those does increase risk sometimes with fertility, depending on who you see. Like you wouldn't want to see just anyone to see.
No matter what.
Right.
Period. If you are interested in fertility, and I think that's something I really want to bring out today into light, is that who your surgeon is matters more than anything, right? Because not only finding it all, but tissue handling, being very delicate with tissue. I see people on social media even just grabbing the fallopian tubes. You don't want to do that with these very strong instruments. Obviously, you don't want to take out fallopian tubes without patient consent, which obviously happens a lot. I'm sure you've gotten those messages like I have. I went under anesthesia. I woke up without a fallopian tube. I've seen it on patients who go to surgeons. They go there for fertility. The tube is taken out because they thought it was endometriosis. Pathology was negative for endometriosis on the tube. They took out the whole tube. So surgeon choice matters. Someone who's fertility friendly, who really respects that. And so there's a lot to it. We could definitely go into it more. That's touching the surface of it. But number one, respecting autonomy, respecting that, I have patients all the time. Are you going to take out my tube? Are you going to take out my ovary? I mean, and I explain how often I do that, which is almost never, unless I think it looks like there's a cancer. I pretty much try to save every fallopian tube or ovary. After, informed discussion with the patient, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are exceptions in women who aren't I'm talking about trying to conceive population.
Yeah. That's a wrap for this Quick Connect. I hope today's insights helped you move forward with more clarity and confidence. Do you have more questions? Keep them coming. Send them in, and I'll bring you the expert answers. You can send them in by using the link in the top of the description of this podcast episode, or by emailing contact@endobattery.com or visiting the endobattery.com contact page. Until next time, keep feeling empowered through knowledge.